PowerPoint for BIM Lesson 2. Things to know. Design tab with ribbon buttons. Animations tab with ribbon buttons. Let's begin with a Design tab with ribbon buttons. The Design tab displays the buttons on the Design ribbon. Slide Orientation gives options for landscape and portrait. Landscape is of greater width than height, and portrait is of greater height than width. Themes give changes in background color, changes the text color, style, and location of the text. Background styles change the background only based on the theme. Let's practice the Design tab. First, we'll look at themes. Notice if you hover over a theme, it will tell you the name of the theme. It will also go ahead and give you a preview of that theme on your current slide. For this practice, we're going to choose the flow theme. Next, we're going to look at background styles. The same principle applies. If you hover over the style, it will give you a preview. For this practice, we're going to choose Style 8. Also, if you ever need to change your slide orientation, when you choose the drop-down, you have the choice between Portrait and Landscape. Choose Portrait, and your slides will change to Portrait View. Next up is Animations tab with ribbon buttons. The Animations tab displays the buttons on the animation ribbon. Custom animation allows pictures, shapes, and other objects to possess entrance, emphasis, exit, or motion path animation. Transitions change from one slide to the next. The transition sound is created as a slide changes. The transition speed is the speed at which the transition between the slide occurs. Apply to all is used for transition functions. When the speed, sound, or transition is selected and apply all is chosen, all slides will transition with the same settings. There are two settings for advancing the slide, on mouse click and automatically. If on mouse click is chosen, a person must click the mouse, right arrow key, enter button, or spacebar to advance the slide. If automatically is chosen, the slide will automatically advance after a set amount of time. Okay, we're going to practice the Animations tab using this practice presentation. We're going to start with slide 2, and I have zoomed this slide down so that we can see these pictures. We're going to choose this custom animation button, and this panel shows up on the right-hand side. We're going to animate these pictures to have them fade in and fade out individually. So we'll click on the first picture that we want to fade in, and the Add Effect button appears. So we'll go ahead and click that button and click Entrance. We'll choose Fade because we want it to fade in. And we'll choose Add Effect again and choose Exit and choose Fade because we also want that same picture to fade out. We'll choose our second picture. We'll choose the same thing, Add Effect, Entrance, Fade, and Add Effect, Exit, Fade. This time we'll move our second picture on top of our first picture. We'll go ahead and grab our third picture, put it on top, Add effect, entrance, fade, and add effect, exit, fade. Same thing with our fourth picture. We'll put it on top, add effect, entrance, fade in, and add effect, exit, fade. You might want to do this because sometimes you need several pictures on one slide, but you want them to exit. You don't want several pictures on one slide because you don't want the slide to be cluttered. You want to have one picture appear, and then you want it to exit, so you have a clean slide. Okay, let's view the way this slide will look. All right, and there you have it. You have a very clean slide with one picture on the slide at a time. The animations are not too distracting. The pictures are nice and clean. Let's move on. If you would like to add transitions to your slides, you can hover over each transition to get a preview, like I'm doing right now. Let's go ahead and choose this one. Once you choose a slide transition, you can choose Apply to All, and it will choose that same transition for each slide. Notice I'm now clicked on slide 2, and the same transition is also chosen. Transition sounds can also be chosen. I'll choose slide 1. I will caution you with transition sounds. They can be very distracting. However, we will look at them for purposes of this practice. If you hover over each one, they will give you a preview. We are going to choose coin. You can also choose the speed of the transition. We are going to choose medium. Notice if I choose slide 2, the transition sound and the transition speed have not been changed. So we're going to go back to slide 1 and choose Apply to All so that they'll all be the same. Now when I go to slide 2, coin and medium are on slide 2 as well. For now, all my slides are on mouse click. If I would like for my slides to advance automatically, I can set them to do that. So if I go ahead and choose my first slide, I can uncheck on mouse click and check automatically. I can set a certain amount of minutes or seconds, or a combination of minutes and seconds, that I would like for this slide to display. I would like for this slide to display for only 3 seconds. I'll type in 3 and press enter. We'll have slide 2 display for 10 seconds. And we'll have slide 3 display for 5 seconds. Let's go ahead and view our presentation all together. Notice the sound for the transition. Keep in mind when you use the animation and transitions, sounds, and speed of transitions on the Animations tab, use them sparingly. They can be distractions, so keep this in mind when you create your presentations. We will talk more about that in Lesson 4. In Lesson 2 we covered the Design tab and the Animations tab. This is the conclusion of Lesson 2. Thank you for watching.